Mr. Ghilloti has sent Jeffrey another package. Let's see what he sent me.
Christmas. I got people sending me stuff. This is awesome. Ooh, swag.
Oh, check this out. Whole bunch of hats. Ooh, shirts. Oh, this is cool. Awesome. Ooh. Let's see what we got here. I officially work for Glen Ghilloti now. Team Ghilloti. Alright, this is cool. These are for the boss. Cool. Now I can stop wearing so much plaid. Thanks, Glenn. Wow. Okay, this is going to be the Team Ghilloti. This is going to be the Idaho branch. That's cool. Anyway, Glenn is doing a project that they're trying to put together a park for handicapped kids. And I guess there's about 50,000 handicapped kids down there in that area of California that could benefit from this. And they need about $2 million. And so far he said he's got about 650,000 to do this project. So he needs some help from people that can help him. I don't know any business that would turn down a donation to a park for handicapped kids. He's got some pretty big donations from some businesses down there, in particular Peterson Tractor, which is the cat dealer, and they've been very generous. They gave a huge amount of money, so kudos to Peterson Tractor for doing that for those kids. Anyway, thanks Glenn for this swag. This is awesome. Also, Jeffrey's been in the shop. Let me show you here if I can turn this around, loosen it up. I've been cleaning the shop up so that we can start on the Old Kenny project. Old Kenny is going to be a big one, and I don't plan on dragging Old Kenny out for a year, 2 years, or whatever. Old Kenny has got to get done. I'm gonna say by the end of this coming winter, Old Kenny needs to be done. Old Kenny needs to be finished so that I can use it and I can bring New Kenny in here. New Kenny has 620,000 tough miles on it. It was a coal hauler out of southern Utah, but with 620,000 on it, you know, if Old Kenny works out good with the coatings and stuff, we'd like to do the coatings on the C15 and New Kenny, and also get an 18 speed in that. We really need an 18 speed. A lot of guys have said, why don't you just use a 13? Well, the only reason I want the 18 speed is you've seen how I have to back under my lowboy trailers, and so I need that extra reverse gear that you're going to get with an 18 speed. That's what I want to do with New Kenny, is get it in here, but I can't do all that work unless I have a tractor that I can pull the lowboy around with. So anyway, that's what I'm doing today, is cleaning this up, and then I'm going to get outside and start getting some components off Old Kenny and see if we can get the engine in here. Okay, Got a 1967 Belanca Viking for sale. If anybody wants this. This is a 300 Lycoming. It's got 1,400 hours on the engine. So she's about 400 hours away from a TBO. It's been totally redone. Wings, fabric, painted. Everything's been repaired. And I've got the solar geyser on the battery keeping it up. And it says it's good. I have to get it out in the light and take a better picture of it. Might be a little bit dark in here. Anyway, it's a fast airplane if you want to go fast. Nice airplane. Anyway, if you're interested, give me a call and let's talk. Okay, I got this Alternator, Chinese manufactured piece of crap again. And the old alternators used to have a Allen head in the shaft, so you could hold out with an Allen wrench and then tighten this nut down. Well, now they don't do that anymore, and they supply it with a self-locking nut, and you can't hold the shaft because there's no key, and it fits like a saddle on a sow. And so you just have to sit here and do this to try to get it to tighten. And then it slowly keeps going on. But man, I got 9 miles to go and I still can't get it down. So I guess what I'm wondering is if somebody has a better way to do this. Alright, we're on. Oh, my gun's smoking. I wonder if some oil or grease got in there. It smokes every time I use it. The only time you should smoke is after sex. $12.60. Now we'll start it up and see what we got. Okay, yes, must be, because now we're up to 13 volts. Okay, start it up. Okay, you're going to have to wind it up. Okay, shut her off. Okay, you have to wind the stupid thing up to get it to start working. I've never seen a Cummins do that, ever. Okay, I'm going to try to weld my engine stand together. I want to thank Ken from Brewston Mills, West Virginia, who sent me these awesome things to keep me from burning my ass again. Remember when I was doing the rebar, cutting the rebar, and I burned myself? So he sent me these. And hey Ken, these are awesome. Thank you, I'm using them. Appreciate that. That's super. Oh, he also sent me a Caterpillar. Let me go get that, show it to you. He also sent me a cat koozie, an oil filter koozie. And they are thicker, Ken. They do keep your drink colder. Well, cold longer, I mean. Yeah, that's what I'm looking for. Anyway, that's cool. Thanks, Ken. buddy. Okay. Oh, Bills, I gotta take the other one off too. That's a bunch of crap. Oh, he don't want to budge. Okay, I'm gonna take this whole dang filter assembly off. And I'm probably gonna have to reach in here and hold him. Nope. Okay, this is the dipstick, so that's why I had to move that filter housing, because this engine is going to have to come up. It's going to have to, those rear motor mounts are so wide, they're going to have to walk out. I'm hoping I don't have to take them off the whole deal. I'm hoping. Okay, now I'm gonna try to take them out up top. And rough. Had an awesome subscriber, David Anderson, out of Napa, Idaho, who sent me this drill, tap and drill chart This is awesome, David. Thank you very much for this. This is going to come in super handy. I've set it up over here next to the drill press so I can see it. This is easy to read. It's a really good vinyl, super heavy. I screwed it up here to the wall. Anyway, that way a guy can take this and clean it off when it gets dirty. But it's got metrics on it, pipe, taper, just everything on here. And David had this shipped to me out of Nevada. David spent his own money to do this. Thank you very much, David. This is super awesome. I love this. I don't know what to say. This is awesome. Everybody who sends me stuff is just great. It's like the other day, Ken out of West Virginia sent me some sleeves, some welding sleeves, and you saw that in the video. I have been using those. Those have been awesome and super handy. He sent me a koozie, a cat oil filter koozie. I use that all the time. Ken, he goes by the name of Wizard 1800 on YouTube. Anyway, it's just super awesome that you guys send this stuff to me. I don't know what to say other than just thank you very much. Thank you. Here's the welding sleeves that Ken sent me. They stay right here on the MIG welder. These are awesome. These saved my arms. Thank you very much. And here's the koozie. This is the cat koozie. And Jeff's drinking his LaCroix still. Jeff is down to, this morning I'm down to 165 pounds, which is super awesome. I love it. Okay, it doesn't seem to want to stop raining, so I can get this engine out. So, wanted to talk to you about what we're doing here. Talk to you a little bit about the coatings. The company that's doing our coatings is in Illinois, so as soon as we get the engine parts, pistons, and bearings, we'll be sending those off to the coating company. We're going to ceramic coat the tops of the pistons, which is going to reduce the heat transfer into the engine oil. It's going to keep the heat in the combustion chamber. And heat is power. That's how an engine works. So you're going to get to see the coating process, and then the owner of the company is going to fly out here and we'll scatter these parts on the table, and he'll talk about them and what these coatings do. This company does a lot of coatings for Formula One racing. So old Kenny is going Formula One racing. Anyway, the other exciting part is this is the turbo. This is an Air Research. This is a T1810. I've polished the compressor housing, but that's old school. We're going new school on that. We're going high tech. I had a piece in a video, the last video I did when we were down in American Falls digging a hole with the scrapers. Let me show you that clip. It does have a custom turbo. I had a custom turbo built by a company called Belanca turbochargers. It has a bigger compressor wheel for more boost. So anyway, I had that turbo custom made by Belanca turbochargers. But Jim Blaylock, the owner, has come up with a new invention. It's called the Switchblade Turbo. And this is some exciting new technology. And I'm going to put a link to an interview he did on Motorhead Garage so you can see what he's talking about. But we're going to use one of his turbos on Old Kenny. And then we're also going to put a turbo, one of his Switchblade turbos, on my D9. So we're going to take the D9, which is a 1969, almost 50 years old. And we're going to put this high-tech turbo on it. And the goal of this is to get better performance and to reduce that black smoke and the turbo lag. And his turbo is going to do that. And I'll walk you through and show you all about that. But I just wanted to touch on where we're at on Old Kenny. The motor is ready to come out. I've been cleaning the shop up. Let me show you that. The shop is ready to bring it in. Got some cardboard to get rid of. Got a pallet box with the old 440 in it. That's going out to Chalice, to Jim Leroy. And you're going to get to see a video of the 505 running in the next week, next Friday. But I've got the shop cleaned up, and all this stuff in here is going to go out the door, and this is where we'll be doing our teardown right here. And then we'll see what happened to Old Kenny and why it failed. We'll show you all that stuff. It's gonna be really detailed. We'll show you everything in it, and when it goes back together, that'll be really fun too. So hold on to your butts. Here we go.